the hips. Don't worry about what anyone else is doing, you just do your own thing. Exaggerate it. Don't feel embarrassed about what you're doing, just exaggerate it. More! More! Really, throw those hips out. You need to bend your knees, do it. Really throw those hips out.
Hey.
And take it back to normal, but with that sense that you've got that side-to-side undulation going at the same time. What Lecoq said was this was like moving like a shark. Okay, so the dolphin goes up and down, the shark goes side to side. Okay, normal walk, back to your normal walk. But have a sense of the up and down and the side to side. Now, undulation, Lecoq said, comes from the feet. So everything is being controlled by your contact with the ground and pushing off from the ground. So have that sense that all your movement is being stimulated by this pushing off from the ground at every point. Good. Okay. Find some space and stand in it. Good. We'll come back to undulation. Let's try now inverse undulation. Undulation comes from the feet. It's all about pushing off from the feet. Inverse undulation comes from the head. And inverse undulation is about being stimulated from something, by something outside of yourself. So he would describe undulation, what you've just been doing, is action, and inverse undulation is reaction. And a guy called Meyerhoff said all acting is reacting. So reaction is really important. So, standing on the spot, I don't want you to move your feet, but you can twist as much as you like on the spot. I want you to imagine that there's a butterfly fluttering around, and you're following it with your eyes. Okay? And wherever it goes, you're going to follow it with your eyes. Being stimulated and led by the movement of the butterfly. So see the butterfly in your imagination and follow it with your eyes. Okay? Round on the spot, so that's absolutely fine. You can go right down, you can go right up, really follow it. See it in your mind's eye. Good. So here, your movement is being stimulated from something outside you. You're reacting to it. And it's the head which is triggering the movement. Just pause for a moment. You will see two things as you're doing this. One is you're going down lower, and we'll come back to that. That's really important. That's where these muscles start coming into play. The second thing is that your arms are starting to do interesting things. As you're moving around, your arms have to compensate to keep you balanced, and your arms are starting to become much more expressive. So be conscious of that as you're moving. Okay. So your butterfly is back, but this time it's fluttering all over the room. So now you can actually follow it around the room as it goes, okay? So try not to bump into anybody, but don't worry about what anyone else is doing. Just follow your butterfly around the room. Go.
Someone has the same butterfly as me, I swear to God.
Be in control, be in control. Make sure your visual image of your butterfly is really clear. Be conscious of what this movement is doing to your body. Good. And relax for a moment. So let's take the butterfly away, but this time I want to replace it with things that catch your attention. So you're here, you're stationary. Suddenly see that chair over there. It's incredibly fascinating. And then you have to go to this chair. And then when you get to the chair and you're just about to be as fascinated as possible by that chair, you suddenly see that shed, and then you have to go to the shed because it's more interesting, okay? And you keep moving around. It's like what we were doing with the with your text that you were using a little while ago. You keep getting more and more fascinated by things around the room, and your enthusiasm, excitement, and energy builds as you go from item to item. Okay? And this is inverse undulation because the stimulus is coming from the head. It's the head that leads you. Because it's that thing that you want that is guiding your movement. Okay? Try it. Oh. So allow this moment. You find something, and then there's a stillness, and then you suddenly go. You could even do the in-breath. There's something more interesting over there. So allow those moments of transition. Okay, go. Slow it down in those moments of transition. Allow that beautiful moment where you suddenly spot something new. Remember, everything is more exciting than the thing before. Pause. My partner. Yeah, can you?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, okay. Find some space for yourself and your partner. Okay, it's the same thing, but this time you're showing each other stuff. So one of you is going to get so excited about a thing that you have to take that person to see it, and then as soon as you get there, the other person goes, no, there's something more exciting over here. Okay, so you keep switching and swapping the lead. Off you go. Okay. You now have an odd number. Oh no, yeah, okay, good. Okay. So this time, same thing, but I want you to do it in slow motion. So when you see something, it's like. Okay, facial expression, full body expression. Really enjoy the over-exaggerated movements. Okay. Start holding hands with your partner.
Come on.
Okay. And what I'd like you to do is stay. You don't have to stay holding hands, but I want you to stay in physical contact with your partner through this whole exercise. Okay. Decide who's going to go first.
I'll go first. Yeah.
Everyone decide who's going to go first. Okay. Same thing. Slow motion. Go.
Look at that.
Do it silent for now. Start. Silent. Careful, careful. Really enjoy your movement. Keep your physical contact. Keep it slow, keep it controlled. Good. Good. Find some space again. Solo. So we've done, yes it is what? So we've done undulation, the up and down movement, we've done inverse undulation. No, sorry, we've done we've done the up and down and side to side, and we've done inverse undulation, which is this thing from outside, which is controlling your movement. I'm going to introduce you to one other Lecoq sort of principle before we move on. So this is called enclosure, which means opening. And it starts off down here, okay? So there you get these muscles again.
Can I say it hurts now?
Yeah.
That's brilliant. Right.
So feet together, knees together, and wrap round and tuck your head in. Okay, so you want to make as small a shape as you can. Okay? And just watch for a moment. You're going to move from this position to this position, which is a cross with your arms above here. So it's a high cross, what we call a high cross. So you're going to go from here to here, okay, in a controlled way, and then you keep repeating that and keep the control of it. Just try that on your own. Make sure you've got enough space for the high cross so you're not going to hit anybody else. And just try that. Controlled. Good. I like the slow ones. Slow it down. Good. Keep that control. Keep it energized though. The whole body is energized. Good. Really feel this when you get to here. Really feel that you're opening right across your chest. Good. And just pause for a moment. Don't know your name. Dexter. Dexter wants to go at everything at breakneck speed, which is great because it leads me on to the next thing. Because I was saying do this with control. What happens if you speed it up is that at a certain point you're not going to be able to control it. It's going to throw you off. Okay? And when it throws you off, what I want you to do, I want you to speed it up until you lose control, throw off, and then immediately go into a walk. From wherever you're thrown off, what I don't want you to do is this. If you're thrown off backwards here, then change it and go walking forwards. No, whatever direction you're thrown off. You go here, you're thrown off, and then you go with the movement and into a walk. Find another place in the room, and then try it again. Okay? Just try it. So start in the small thing, and then build it up until you're thrown off balance, and then take that into a walk. Find that as a natural process. The unbalancing, don't act it. Make it a real unbalancing. Good. Just pause. Just come into the room a little bit. So, this unbalancing is a really crucial aspect of Lecoq's work because he says that it's the unbalance which is the stimulus for the next movement. So every movement is actually an unbalancing from the previous movement. So if I'm here and I suddenly see that butterfly or whatever over there and I want to go for it, what I'm going to do is unbalance in order to get to it. Okay? So this idea of unbalancing becomes the basis of all movement, or all sort of transition from one movement to the next. The other thing is that because we're working with contact on the ground and external things to react to, how you unbalance is really important. And what happens is that you end up, rather than standing straight on, you end up actually putting more weight on one side than the other, so that you can suddenly flick off.